Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your boy, The Sean Davy Way Show. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today, I bring you a video on Karlissa, whom is Blueface's mother. We're also going to talk about Chrisean and her sister, Tesehki. Chrisean Rock and her sister, Tifa, have been feuding for quite some time. As of recently, it seemed as if they were getting along due to the show Baddies, among other things. After some clips of Baddies aired, it seemed to show that there was definitely some tension between the sisters, Tifa and Chrisean. Chrisean comes forward and states how her sister, Tifa, allegedly did some traumatic things to her when she was younger, and also the nephews. I will not be breaking that down, unfortunately, because I do feel that Chrisean Rock is not telling the truth. And the reason I feel that Chrisean is not telling the truth is because of the tone that it is coming out. If these things happen to you, why say them in anger? And you've been angry with your sister and sisters before, and none of this information came out. Now, I'm not going to say that it is 100% a lie, but I am going to say I do believe 90% of it is. I believe that Chrisean may have took a small situation from childhood because, again, kids explore, kids are curious and whatnot. It does not mean that anything that's happening is deliberate. I mean, if you're a child and another child, was doing something to you, it doesn't mean that it's innocent, but it is innocent, meaning that that child was taught whatever happened, and whatever they're doing, they were taught that as well. The only way to know that it is wrong is if an adult steps in and lets the parties involved, the children, know that, hey, what you are doing is wrong. There's no experimenting or anything like that. Wait till you get older type of situation. So I do think that Chrisean is stretching the truth and making it seem as if it was this dire, traumatic situation, yet the closeness that she has towards her sister, bringing her on Baddies and them hanging out, them collabing and doing music together, it just doesn't seem as if that energy is really there. It gives more that Chrisean said this out of anger, and she said other things in the past that weren't necessarily true or true out of anger. So again, I'm going to say that I do not believe Chrisean. I don't. And before we move on to Karlissa, again, I am not stating that Chrisean Rock is a liar about what she said about her sister Tifa. I am saying that I do not believe she is telling the truth, or I am stating she is exaggerating a moment that is not as dire as she is making it. Again, nothing happening to any child I'm ever going to be okay with. But when it's a child and another child, that means that adults had something to do with what's going on. Rather they allowed it to happen, or rather they taught them, or rather they inflicted the trauma on them themselves. It does not come from a child. A child is not literally going to sit there and say, hey, I want to do this today. No, that idea comes from somewhere. Rather they watch a movie, rather it's something on TV, rather it's something they saw in a book, rather it's a conversation they heard. They learned it from somewhere. It didn't just come out of nowhere. So I do not believe that Chrisean is telling the full truth. I think that she is, again, exaggerating. Let's move on to Karlissa. Karlissa, Blueface's mother, comes forward and defends Tifa, but not in the way you think. Karlissa comes forward and says, hey, I was kissing cousins, no big deal. Family members and cousins and brothers and sisters hunch on each other. It's no big deal, blah, blah, blah. Let's get into what Karlissa had to say about Chrisean and Tifa's alleged trauma that happened when they were children.
I was kissing the cousins. Kissing cousins. Don't be acting like you ain't kiss your cousins. She was 12 years old. See what I'm saying? That's still kind of like, 6th grade, horny little girl. 12 years old is still kind of like, you ain't really, what the Bible say, we responsible for it after 12. So if she was 12, that's still within city limits. And it ain't too much she could do with no You know what I'm saying? They was just probably some humping cousins. I wish my cousins would start popping out talking about she humped me when we was 12. Where's Sean at? Where my cousin Sean? He like a year or two younger than me. Tell he gonna pop out. Karlissa humped me. Boy, we was kissing cousins. We got a whooping and everything. We ain't know no better. I'm gonna say she probably was too young to know what she was doing.
I want to start off by saying this. Karlissa is a horrible, evil individual. Being as old as she is right now, I can understand when she was younger and thought like, hey, no big deal, or it was innocent. It wasn't anything that we were doing to try to hurt each other. It was just curious minds type of situation. But being the age that you are now, you know that that is wrong. Having grandchildren and whatnot, why would I want my kid around you if you feel like it's okay for cousins to kiss, etc.? This is why I've said in my previous videos that I think that Chrisean is absolutely correct by keeping her son as far away from Karlissa as possible. She has issues. She keeps showing us day after day why Blueface is such a wreck, why Blueface is such a disgusting human being and individual himself. He got it honest. The unfit does not fall too far from the tree. And that is what we're getting here. Blueface being a deadbeat, unfit father, he got it from his mother. I would not let Karlissa raise a dog of mine, let alone a human being. I won't let her watch my wallet, let alone watch my child. She is absolutely disgusting. To sit here and say that you had a cousin that was younger than you and you did certain stuff to him and it's no big deal and you find it funny or weird if he came out saying that you did something to him. Karlissa, you did. Just because you may not have been traumatized by the situation does not mean others have not. You are literally scum, Karlissa. And Karlissa wonders why people think that she will sleep with her own son. You're admitting sleeping with your own cousin and doing things with your own cousins and stuff like that, kissing them, etc. Why wouldn't you do that with your own kid? Karlissa, I'm starting to wonder why Blueface left your home and went and lived with his father permanently after he left you. It's giving, did you do something to Blueface? Did it go too far? Is this why Blueface does not care for you? Mention you in a regard past if he has to? Otherwise, he doesn't bring you up. I'm starting to wonder now, what actually happened that made Blueface leave your home and go and stay with his father, Jonathan, when he was younger? What did you do, Karlissa? Because we're going to figure it out. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. I love you all. Again, I am so disgusted by Karlissa, and I will not be speaking on Chrisean and Tifa's situation unless Chrisean comes forward with more proof. And what I mean by that, if you truly feel like something happened, file a report or get your nephews together and all of you sit down and have a discussion about it. Because it's giving that you're just doing this out of spite, Chrisean, and that is not okay. Until the next video, I love you all. Bye.